Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Utah versus Arizona college football matchup on Saturday, September 28th, 2024. Of course, it's my favorite day of the week during my favorite time of the year, College Football Saturday. If you like all the free picks you get from us here at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Just go to Pickdawgz.com, click on the Premium Picks tab. Prices range from $15 all the way up to yearly packages, but you can use the discount code PICK to take 15% off any purchases. Of course, we also have VIP type packages meant for people that make really big bets, looking for long-term solutions. Of course, you have to have a big bankroll to make this work. These are our most expensive premium packages, but if that's what you're looking for, text the number you see on the screen. But let's get to it. Utah taking on Arizona, and for Utah, the same story for 2 years running, and that is Cam Rising and his hurt hand and all that kind of stuff. And, the thing is that Rising, if that finger doesn't heal, you can't hold on to a football and you can't throw it. And the thing is, we know he's a great college quarterback, but at the same time, Utah has a lot of good players on their team, and we saw that last week against Oklahoma State. And while Oklahoma State certainly battled for some late points in that, for the bulk of the game, the Utah defense just dialed it up against the Cowboys on the road in Stillwater. Of course, this is a little bit of a letdown spot for Utah coming off of such a big win, but playing back-to-back road games now, returning home where, it is a very tough building at Rice-Eccles. Way underrated, but Utah has a great record there over the years. In comes Arizona, of course, one of the surprises from last season, but Jeb Fish gone, to take over the head coaching job at Washington. So certainly a change at Arizona. And we saw that in the Kansas State matchup last week. Arizona went toe-to-toe with the Wildcats for the early portion of the game. And, then in the third quarter, it got out of hand as Kansas State kind of just took over in that matchup. But Arizona's had a few weeks off now to think about it, to game plan for this game. And I think, when they're game planning, they're probably looking at Wilson, who, has played admirably here for Utah, certainly can run with the football. But it's really the Utah defense, 20th ranked in the nation in yards allowed per game at 260.8. Rushing yards per game, 29th in the nation against 93.8. Passing yards against, 35th in the nation. And, of course, completion percentage against, just 44.6%. These guys are just absolute beasts on the defensive side of the ball. As for Arizona, they are 131st in the nation in penalty yards and 126th in the nation in penalties against. That is a big problem going on the road. Arizona has some nice numbers. Rushing yards per attempt, 6.1 yards a carry, 7.6 yards a play. That's 11th best in the nation. We look at this Utah offense, very balanced attack, rushing the football very effectively. 206.2 yards per game is 29th best in the country. The passing attack, not as good. But the thing that we see here is that the Arizona pass defense is very good, but their rush defense has been pretty soft. 105th in the nation in yards per rush against at nearly 5 yards a pop. Rushing yards against, they're giving up 178 yards a game. This is not a good sign coming into Utah for this one. When you look at, at the sacks and yards lost and all that kind of other stuff, really, Utah, one of the least penalized teams in the nation, to throw that on top of it. This is a lot of points, and especially with Utah coming off such a big win against Oklahoma State, and Arizona, coming off of that loss the last time we saw them was, one of those Friday night spots. So everybody's watching that. There's only few games on, right? So the thing is that I still like Utah. I just think they're the way better team. I think it's a lower scoring game, so it might be nip and tuck as this total, as this number sits there. But at least at the time of doing this video, I think Utah is bettable. I'm going to take Utah. That's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.